Okay. Well, ICAI acknowledges that we live, work, and make art on the Treaty 6, 7, and 8 territories of the many Indigenous and Métis Nation in Alberta, as well as all the other Indigenous community members who live within these territories. We respect the land we live on, and we also acknowledge there's unresolved history in the treaties ICAI works in. We publicly commit to advancing reconciliation and make intentional efforts towards ending systemic racism through our work in the community as we continue to celebrate and protect the diverse cultures, languages, traditions, and history that existed here before Canada. Just a brief intro about ICAI for those who do not know us. The Immigrant Council for Arts Innovation is an arts council based in Alberta. The council was founded in January 2019 with the express purpose of connecting immigrant and newcomer art and culture professionals to the existing arts community in Alberta. ICAI actively encourages diversity of expression and culture through the creation of a safe and welcoming community where immigrant and newcomer arts workers feel confident to share their work and distinct cultural identities. Our vision is to transform the arts community through opportunities that are designed for immigrant arts and culture workers. Our mission is to connect, empower, and advocate for immigrant and newcomer arts and culture workers. Our values are that we work for equity, diversity, and inclusion. Creativity, passion, and kindness and inspiration drive what we do, and through relationships, we build community. Now, so what we do. We provide specialized information and resources for newcomer and immigrant arts and culture workers through our programs. We create free, inclusive, and tailored programs and networking opportunities. We provide support and mentorship for artistic growth and professional development. We advocate for immigrant arts and culture workers to have safe spaces and opportunities by educating the arts community on how to make their spaces inclusive for newcomer arts workers. We have many programs. Our mentorship program, which includes longer duration NAP, Newcomer Arts Professional Program. The third cohort of NAP will start this spring. We're so excited about it. We also have our Anytime Accessible Mentors and Residents program, where anyone can reach out to the mentors that are listed on our website. We have Artist of the Month, which is like an award or recognition given to an artist that has already worked with us in the past so that they can be celebrated and they can get our community's attention. Then there are partnered exhibitions and performances. There are also workshops or information sessions and networking sessions where you can learn and build connections. Artist talks like this is intended for promoting artists' work and sharing their story. Now, it's easy to get connected with ICAI. All you need to do is become an ICAI member, and a membership is totally free. All our paid programs are only for our members. We have our next online membership orientation on March 22nd. To become a member, you can go to www.icaionline.org and fill out our membership form. And like I said, it's free. If there are any other questions, you can contact the programs coordinator, that's me, on the email programs@icaionline.org. Now, the important part of this evening. Today we have Jerry, aka Jay Scope, here with us. Jay Scope is a talented hip-hop artist and a singer hailing from Ukraine with Nigerian roots. He has extensive stage experience and was a quarterfinalist in the Ukrainian National Eurovision Song Competition. His unique music style, delivery, appearance, and flows have earned him a large fan base and the opportunity to perform on some of the Ukraine's biggest Swedish stages, as well as Canadian festivals and events, which include the Junos After Party, Rap Night, Gig Most Wanted, Freestyle, the Common Solo Show, K-Day Festival, the Ukrainian Village Music Festival, the Works Festival, Purple City Festival, Disney Show with Orchestra by Winspear, Dive Bar, and many more. With each performance, J-Scope gains new fans who are drawn to his music and stage presence. He's considered a real hip-hop machine and a force to be reckoned with, known for his ability to rock any dance floor. I wish this was a live where we could have seen him move in real, like in live. Before I pass the baton to Jerry, a few housekeeping. Please stay on mute unless you are talking or asking any questions. Please feel free to go video off if that's how you are comfortable. To ask questions, either use raise hand option or leave questions and comments on the chat. The artist will address all the questions towards the end of his talk. I will also keep an eye on the chat and note any questions, and we'll pass it on to Jerry when we open Q&A, which will be towards the end of the talk. Sorry, over to you, Jerry. I'm just stopping my screen share. I've already given you the permission, so if you want to do any screen share, please feel free to.
Okay, great. Hi everybody. I mean, for me, it's a really amazing, great opportunity to be here today. Just to make the house clean, I will try to go through. I mean, to arrange all those what I'll be talking about today, and I really want to give a big thanks to ICAI as well. I mean, this I take it. I mentioned them like or as a family, as a community, and what you people are doing to give newcomers, I mean, a stepping stone, into the community, because just coming from kind of from a different continent to this place, sometimes it's a bit overwhelmed. Sometimes you might lose your track. Sometimes you might lose your way. Sometimes you might lose focus because, things are just coming from the left to the right, and to assimilate what's going on. And as they always say, I mean, time wait for nobody. I mean, as a member of Akai, once again, thanks for this real opportunity, because and any viewer right now, if not been a member, just as you said, through our intro, go to the website, registered, and I mean, it's a favor for yourself, because me as a member, what it's doing for me right now, it's given me a double step, into the culture, into the community, and as she's mentioned, it's giving or a lot of resources that you might not even be able to get as an artist or as an art or in the community. I mean, opportunities, networking, event, diversity in every or ramification of everything. For me, it's a great opportunity, and as an artist, or I don't really. Or what I do is, move around, network myself, and with this kind of, I mean, source of networking as well as an artist. I mean, it's a great thing to take it as an opportunity to, to do something with what we're doing. All right. So, are you going to give a question, or I should just keep on going?
Like we discussed earlier, you can go ahead and share your story. If you want to share your screen, that's up to you. If you want to share some of your work, that's again up to you. We would love to listen to you first before we jump into any questions or anything that sort of.
Oh, okay, great. Actually, once again, my full name is Folajin Oyedamola Oyedayo, Jeremiah, known as Jerry, and known as J Scope. I was born in Nigeria. I moved back in Nigeria. I was born from a religious family, whereby, I mean, we go to church almost 3 times a week. For us, religion is kind of is a culture. it's something you shouldn't skip or something you should respect. Back then, I mean, my dad always take us to church 3, 4 times to sing. I used to be a choir member because we attended Baptist church. So that's how I had this connection, with music. We're five in my family. I'm the first born, and all my sisters they still sing, but nobody are doing it professionally. I'm the only one like doing it all around. So, or for me, I couldn't say I have this academic background of music. It's because most of all my brothers back in Nigeria, in other African continents, I can say we have just 2% of people that took academic kind of or creativity. Talking about art, drawing, whatever, it's nature. It's natural, and that's the exclusive part of it, something you take naturally and something you have academically. In the natural way there's some exclusive part of it, and that makes you kind of or like a kind of different in the whole thing. And after all my experience back in Nigeria, my father sent me to Ukraine, and that's how the story began. I took my journey to Ukraine. That was 2008. That's a year I will never forget in my life. So when I got to Ukraine, I studied. I finished my education in 2015. I studied as a mining engineering. That's kind of funny. Sometimes I just look myself, hey, dude, are you really serious? And but music has been a footprint. Music has been a footprint of my life, and music has been like existence of my life. And by the way, back in Nigeria as well, I do a couple of shows, but when I get to Ukraine, I took it professionally. I mean, went to some vocal music school, or so, just to give myself or the line of what I'm doing and to understand what I'm doing. But my father insists that, okay, before you go full time into music, just make sure you finish your education or finish your education background, because my father used to be a rector in the university, and it's like kind of so disciplined in this. Oh, you need to have 5 diplomas, you need to have 5 degrees. For him is an achievement, but you know nowadays it's still achievement, but what your skills, your artistic development makes you who you are as a person, and something that you're doing that makes you happy. So after I finished my education, I got married. We have a daughter. Now we live together. I mean, in Edmonton. So my journey, like, back in Ukraine, because they speak Ukrainian, and it makes it a bit difficult for me to get into the show business, because I speak Ukrainian as well. I speak Russian language as well, but or to feel comfortable with my niche, and to get the flow, and to do the authenticity of my artistic personality, I want it in English. So like I was offered with by a lot of record label, like, to sing in Ukrainian. I'm like, no, this this not connect with me. So I was kind of restricted singing only in English, and it was hard. A lot of TV station, radio station, they won't take your materials. Like, okay, well, the audience, they won't understand what you're singing about. But with my stubbornness, I was so stricted with it, and I keep on pushing. And of course, by the help of God as well, I gained myself a couple of festivals, couple of shows, couple of free shows all around the city, all around I mean, moving around. And through my journey, I was also opportune to perform with the president of Ukraine, or because before he was a comedian, and during he was a student, he studied in my university as well. So I was opportune to perform with him. So it's been, and mostly things that are, it's been a long journey, and the lesson I've learned all numerous thousands of lessons in this or journey of music and artistic development. What I understood was people didn't understand what I'm singing about. So I'm like, okay, what I did was I was selling emotions. When I'm performing, my performance was full of emotions, and of course I speak as well. When I try to prepare what I'm going to speak during my songs and all those kind of things, and the Ukrainian, or I think with all my experience, this is one of the most musical country, I mean, that I've seen in my life, because on every street in Ukraine, every street they have music school. So I mean, they understood uh the power of academic music. And I do rap. Sometimes I mix with singing as well, but I can't compete with that. So or doing rap, I mean, it gives because their pop business, it's very huge. So it gives me like a kind of level up, and with my image, with my brand as well, it mingles things together. So I mean, there was a time whereby any festivals, any shows, any TV, like I have access to them to give them a call, because 16 years living in a country, that's not a joke. And for me, it's like a kind of, because a lot of obstacles, of course. I mean, as I'm just saying it, everything doesn't come like everything comes or came with prices that I paid a lot of things that of course I won't be able to say. A lot of tears, a lot of positive tears, a lot of negative tears, a lot of through the road. I had, I mean, a lot of my colleagues from Nigeria, from other African countries, that we were together in the show business, and they left because the pressure was too much. The pressure was too much, but I was kind of, or I took my decision like, this is what I want to do. I believe in the futuristic legacy. I believe in myself, and through the help of people, because yeah, I have a lot of friends back back in Ukraine, through people that really believe in me. I was signed before on a record label as well. I work with a lot of producers, and through all those resources that I had, it's give me a kind of a level up that's try to keep me moving, pushing me, and for me, it's. I mean, I had a lot of lovely time back then, and that was 2022. I just There was a song I did. I mean, that was or 4 years ago. So I just gave it for Eurovision, and they just called me like I got qualified, and that was a tears of joy, because I didn't even believe it. It was kind of a pop song, so and it looks like a similar standard of Eurovision song. So and I was choose. I was super excited, and having like 4 interviews every day, calling you from different TV stations, all those things. It was, I mean, it looks like a dream coming true. Oh, God, man, for all my 16 years in this industry, at last the hard work pays, all those things. And after after like 2 weeks, the war started, and and it looks like everything you've worked for, in your existence, just get crashed in your entire face. That was, I mean, it was super emotional. It was super tedious, or for me to understand like it's really happening. So, we took a decision. I mean, to leave. But just looking back, everything that you've really worked for, it's kind of a bit painful. So, or we live, and I mean, living, it's a different story. I don't think we have time to talk about the emotional journey on how we live, because yeah, it was. I mean, it was so kind of dramatic, like, or or African nation, they won't allow you to enter the train, all those kind of drama things. And but by God's grace, we left the country. We moved to Poland, and after Poland, we live in Poland for like 2 weeks. After then, we moved to Sweden. Yeah, so we live in Sweden for 1 year, and after then, I took decision coming to Canada. Yeah, so I chose Edmonton, and we've been here for a year now. And to be real, it's been an amazing journey so far. Last summer, I had more than 15 shows, and I still think that's just a beginning. Things are still coming up. I mean, now I'm writing a couple of songs, solo tracks, maybe. Very soon, I'll be releasing an EP, or for now, just to be releasing singles. So now, yeah, I'm working with a couple of people right now, finding management for myself, just try to put my feet, or because looking back, it's not what I need right now. What I just need for myself is motivation and, moving forward, not to get depressed in any way. And, music has been kind of a tools for me, pushing me, trying to get focused, and a community like this or has been a kind of a pillow that you can rest on, pushing and giving me, kind of a motivation. And that's, yeah.
It's an amazing journey. A lot of emotions for sure. And I know, like, I know many of the members here, like, who have joined, and I know, like, they are all from different kind of backgrounds, um, different kind of emotions that brought them to Canada, with new dreams, new hopes. So I would like to ask, like, how easy or how difficult was it to find art after coming to Canada? I know, like, in a short span, you've done a lot. Um, how easy or how difficult was it to find art, and how did you come across, like, arts organizations? How did you come across ICAI? Can you tell more about those things?
Yeah, I mean, or let me first answer the first question. How easy? First it takes or your mental health to be strong to cope with all those boundaries, all those obstacles. Because to be real, I'm talking on behalf of kind of, or immigrant foreigners. It's not an easy road. It's not an easy road because sometimes when I just on like just trying to beg somebody or to have you on shows, and you just look back like back in the days, it's not like that. They're the one calling me, so I'm the one now begging for shows and all those things. I mean, or it's a bit kind of tense, but it's just consistency. Consistency, and when you love what you're doing, mingle yourself around with people that really appreciate your effort, that really appreciate where you're coming from, and people, and when you're working with people that you have, or that you share the same dream, the same goals, the same targets, the same focus. I mean, that's very, very important. And when you work with people, when you work with kind of with the correct people, I think with that you can overcome all those kind of obstacles, all this kind of boundary. And as an artist, when you involve yourself in artistic development, when you are flexible, or when you try to adapt with any type of situation as an artist, I think that's very important. That's very important because I can imagine me from Nigeria those days singing some local songs, and find myself in Ukraine singing, singing like some folk, or find myself in Sweden, and now I'm in Canada. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what am I doing? And it's been a long journey, and through my journey, I've learned that adaptation is one of the key road of success as an art. As an art, when you try to adapt or extend your collaboration kind of skills to every road of your heart, that's really, really, really help as an art. And of course, networking, connecting with people, even connecting with people in your comfort zone, or maybe out of your comfort zone, share those experiences as an heart. I think that's very important. And how I met Akai, I think that was a friend of mine introduced me. I was in the studio, and we're just talking. Oh, dude, oh, I think you should or join this organization. I mean, or they're helping. And a friend of mine from Alberta Music also, she took the step. She created a chat, linked me. This. I'm like, okay, now this is the time. Let's do it. So because the work, or as they always say, you cannot cover the sun when it's shining. And I mean, the work that Akai is doing, it's a sun, it's a supernatural, spiritual, something that you cannot cover. And it shines around the globe, and the people know the great work that you people are doing. And for me, as I've said, it's something that I'm really or even ready to to engage more in, because and that's why I'm encouraging every artist to get involved, because it's helps a lot. I cannot even name of kind of a lot of opportunities that give us as an artist, or networking, giving you opportunity to stay in local art exhibition opportunities, finding your unique artist taste, guidance, navigating yourself in art community, advantages of mentorship, thousands of things. So for me, I think this is what I really need for now at this moment. Even getting out by myself, finding network, but with this platform, I think it's something it's give more spicy, more taste, to the artistic effort.
Well, thank you so much. That's so much of a message for your fellow immigrant, newcomer, and immigrant arts professionals and cultural workers. I also would like to pick your brain on what do you think, like the arts community here, or like stakeholders here in the arts, should do to support immigrants and newcomer arts and arts professionals like you.
Oh, I mean, that's a lot, because, or I can say like most. I think some artists, some art, or they come to Canada, or they come to new country with a lot of expectation, which I think is right, but or it's kind of it might be not right in other way. But as an artist, having expectation is good. Pushing your energy as well into the community also is good. And of course, firstly, as an artist, as they always say, they say, or the parent, only the baby that raised his hand will give the parent a signal that he or she needs help. Which is, I think, as an artist, you need to take a bold step for yourself first before expecting, anything from the government, from the community, from the support. But going straight to your question, I think, a lot of things, or facilitating like networking and mentorship. First, because most of all these foreigners, they come, and most of people don't really know where to go. I've heard a lot of a lot of some of my colleague as an immigrant like call him like, oh, or we're looking for who to talk to, or maybe I'm drawing, I don't know where to buy paint, or maybe like, where can I find a studio free of charge? Because now I don't have money to pay for my studio. Yeah, like kind of giving, because most of all those people, they don't really know, and it discourage most people as well. You see a new artist, I mean, doing good for him or herself back in this country, they just get to Canada, and they're like, okay, let me leave this ambition for now, and let me just go to a factory, go to my job, and that's all. And I think if they have this kind of or opportunity close to their doors, or that might be something, that can help. And a cultural training as well, training most of others people, because as I've said, in art, I can say 80% are naturally talented, but most of we artists, we are missing like academic access. You might be drawing, but there are like some way you might, I mean, they have all this academic sketching, or like kind of a lot of things that you need somebody that have this academic knowledge, to show you, to guide you how to do it and how to do it, or maybe like production of music, how to sing two notes, different notes, or how to produce yourself without going to studio. All those things also need, or kind of somebody to show you. I know here in Edmonton, we have a free studio in library, and it's very hard to get there because it has been booked for more than 1 year. For more than 1 year. And you're like, holy God, what am I going to do? Yeah. And we have, and this, or as they say, a free hand is a evil hand. And most of all those foreigners coming with expectation, if they are not involved into something that can make them busy mentally, this giving kind of a free space and opportunity to start doing what might not be right for the community and the society as well. So I think it will be great. I know a lot of kind of association or people doing a lot of job as well, but government can do more better, community can do more better, trying to help, people with art, people with talent, people that really want, to change not only themselves but the community.
Um, yeah, I think that's great. Uh, and I love the fact that you said, like, baby raising up hands. And that is true. Like, if you don't, only the crying baby gets the food.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
a whole,
That,
whole saying, right? So
yeah,
you want something, be bold enough to ask. And what's harm in asking, right? What's harm in seeking opportunities? Um, if anybody has a question, please, 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 uh, feel free to ask questions. Meanwhile, I have a request, if you don't mind, if it's too much, not too much to ask. Do you
okay.
want to share any of your work, like any music that you have produced, or anything that you have sung, any rapping that you've done? Do you want to share
Ah,
something with our members here?
yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, actually, I was not preparing for that, but that's not a problem. I always have them at the tip of my hand. So let's just try. Okay. I'll be playing. I think. Oh, let me just try to. This is the song I wrote, back in Sweden. Because I was planning that time. I was planning to, for a second time Eurovision, but in Sweden. So unfortunately, I was late for the submission. So, and I wrote a song, uh, and I think if I play it, just let me know. And the song is like the journey of my life. The song, it's called "Sing Aloud." Is just me going through all this road, through all these obstacles, through all this journey, but never get overwhelmed. And even with some physical energy, power, trying to limit your access and your growth, and are still, trying to push my way, and only for the best. So this song is not published yet, and yeah, I think I've performed it only like 2 or 3 times. But given a one-on-one listening, this will be the first time. So so I hope you enjoy it. It's called Sing Loud. Okay, so if you can hear it, can you hear it? No, okay. Uh, so maybe do I need to share the screen before hearing, or how is it done here? Because I don't really know. No, I cannot hear you.
Sorry. You should be able to click on the share screen there, but there'll be an option to check voice, to share audio.
Okay. Hold on. Okay, share screen. Okay, I can see my screen has been shared. All right. So
Yeah.
okay.
Story of a young child looking for this way, coming from the other side, but there seems to be no way. Heart in my bone, I've been through ups and downs. Rising my own, losing glory, coming back alive. That's the way that I've choose to be, all around. I say hold on, nobody can hold me down. I hope you can hear my sound, singing now and shout it loud. I say hold on, nobody can hold me down. I hope you can hear my sound, singing now and shout it loud. They say I talk too much, I gotta bigger dreams. They say I fly too much, I gotta bigger wings. I come from a place where survival is a dream, motivating myself and buy people to see. I'm on the road with my reality, writing down my past, making it a masterpiece. Love for the game, and I know it's part of me. Putting down my legacy, writing my philosophy. I say hold on, nobody can hold me down. I hope you can hear my sound, singing now and shout it loud. I say hold on, nobody can hold me down. I hope you can hear my sound, singing now and shout it loud. Hold on, nobody can hold me down. I hope you can hear my sound, singing now and shout it loud. I say hold on, nobody can hold me down. I hope you can hear my sound, singing now and shout it loud.
Yes, that's it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah. Thanks for appreciating it. Yeah, actually, I mean, it's almost a year now. I wrote it, and what I would just like to hear is, as an artist, we do different type of inspiration. I mean, life has been a source of my inspiration so far, and through the fall, through the down, through the success, through the tears, through the pain, through all the circumstances, that comes around my way. That has been, I mean, through the futuristic plan, the past, the present, people's joy, people's pain, people's agony, people's success. It's and the journey of my life through the physical journey. I mean, through the spiritual journey or psychological journey as well. Or for me, this has been kind of 360-degree, experience of my life, and I try to put it into my artistic or influence artistic materials, and I try to paint myself a kind of artistic legacy, because looking back to my background and looking where I am today, I want to be proud of myself in the future to play at least 90% of my song to the kids, and without closing their hair. Please don't hear this word. Oh, this no. I won't like that. And it's been something. Of course, most of the pop culture now, it's so sad that a lot of people that promote negativity, and I never allow that, to get me, or to get me down, or to get me overwhelmed, or any kind of things. I try to leave that as the priority, but I took priority of kind of motivating people, elevating people, or presenting my music, as a Bible for people to read, and for them to achieve something from there. Because or back in Sweden, I've been also like a mentor for kids, trying to teach them on what to do, how to get into because back in Sweden, or hip hop scene as a negative scene. Even government, they are trying to cut it off. And and with what I'm doing, try to show light in it, to motivate myself, motivate people around me. So for me, it's very important as an artist to have a good message from songs, and finding inspiration. I mean, as an artist, as an art, as a culture, I mean, the inspiration is everywhere. If you're so attentive for what the universe, is bringing, the motivation is everywhere. And if you're conscious of all your little steps, moves, breathing, feelings, touching, and all those aspects of artist or discovery, it's all there. Because people ask, like, oh, how do you find inspiration? Oh, or what do you do every day? Oh, what kind of step of meditation do you do to write the songs? All this, you don't need to be a guru. You don't need to be a Buddha or whatever, to get into this kind of, or to enter this kind of level of inspiration. It's just love what you do, you know, practice, as they always say, practice make perfect. Of course, uh, a golden room is not built in a day. It takes a lot of steps. It takes a lot of fall. It takes a lot of unsuccessful trials, billions. Because when you're not, only when you fail, that's when you're trying. When you don't witness fail, hey, that's that's not it. So a lot of failing. Lot. It's like, as an artist, people don't. Our failure doesn't show. Our failure, it's our own. It's kind of is our own part of the experience. Only the success, shows to the people, and which is great. Having 2 3 shows in a month, that means I've wrote more than 50 show organizers before having that three, and which is good. That's the part of the process, and yeah.
That's truly inspiring for me, and I really admire the values that you're upholding and showcasing to little kids what to follow, what not to follow. Yeah, I really admire that.
I appreciate
Thank you. Oh, I see a question from Alex here. What's your favorite song to cover?
Come again. What's my
Alex has a question here for you. What's your favorite song to cover?
Oh, okay. Oh, that's great. Actually, or let's break it down. My favorite color, it's blue. And
Oh, it's what's your favorite song to cover? I believe like a cover song.
favorite song to cover. Oh, my favorite song to cover would be or this is or oh, that's a good question. I mean, or what's it called? This is let I go. Or only know you've been high when you're feeling low. Only hit the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let him go. Oh, only know you'll be high when you're feeling low. Only hit the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let him go. Ah, when you let him go. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's a song by Passenger. I mean, there's a guy from UK. I mean, or because I don't limit the level of my taste in music because there's no bad music. There's only bad feelings for the music. So for me, I always respect every energy, every time spent, behind the screen on every music because everybody spend time, sound engineer, producing, promoting, all those kind of things, and uh, I try to put no limit to the taste, of my music. When I tell people like, okay, I love this, I love like, oh, really? But you do hip hop? I'm like, never mind. This is music. I mean, music is just full of it's without limit. It's limitless. So that's it. So for Alex, Let Her Go, sung by Passenger. Okay, any question again?
I have a question.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Right.
good to know you first.
Yeah,
And
okay.
I like your song so much. I tried to Shazam it, but I couldn't find it.
Okay. Which one is that?
The one you played.
Oh, actually, it's not released yet.
Okay.
Okay, yeah,
Okay, that's really an honor to hear it before you publish it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's really an honor, and we're lucky ones.
Yeah, we're lucky. I have another question. Why did you choose Ukraine?
Oh, great. I've been expecting such question. Yeah, because that's one of the most popular question I always answer. Actually, it's very simple because I choose Ukraine. My primary purpose of choosing Ukraine is for education. I mean,
Okay.
it's not actually far from Nigeria. It's just like a couple of hours, and their education system is pretty good, and it's very cheap to start.
Nice. Yeah. We have this experience in my back home. Some people they choose Ukraine because it's cheap. But was it easy for you to learn the language, or
Or
you know Ukraine
yeah,
before?
I mean, or talking about math or academic kind of, yeah, it's hard, but I don't know. Language, I've find language so easy for me. I speak Ukrainian as well. Дуже добре розмовляю по-українському мову. And I also speak other Nigerian dialects as well. I mean, or language is kind of pretty easy for me to learn. I don't know why. So, but
Right. You're lucky.
we can just 6 months, I started speaking the language. Not so perfect, but at least, move around. Yeah, it's a nice language.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
people have really that skill of language learning, and they can easily learn a lot of languages. And lucky
Right.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, Alex has another question for you, Jerry. What's a dream of yours within your career?
Okay, dream for me is, or what they call success is not only when you sell stadium as an artist. Success is not only when you have a billions of streams on Spotify. From in my own terminology, success is when you can make people to be happy with what you produce. And for me, I mean, that's a dream for me, for my song, for my creativity, for my sweat to be accepted, by people. And for my career and yeah, my songs to be able to motivate, to uplift people. That's a dream. Yeah, talking about physical dreams, of course, my dream will also be, or having a full kind of, or a great concert, having names all around, or radio station, all those things. But for those things to be achieved, or when your mind as an artist is happy, and people get connected with what you, my dream is to make people happy with what I'm doing. And I think with that, I'll find happiness as well. And from that, dreams come true.
Amazing. I hope your dream is almost there. Like, it's already reaching people. It's
Yeah,
already touched. So I really wish that becomes a bigger glory, like you get your dream, let your dream come true in amplified way.
yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that wish.
We are almost around our closing time, 3 more
I'm
minutes
fine.
to go. It was an amazing session. I really loved hearing you, and I'm pretty sure everybody who joined also had a very nice time. They might have had a lot of fun hearing your song, like motivation hearing your talk, inspiration listening to you. And I would leave the last 2 minutes for anybody if they want to ask any questions. Before that, like, let me wholeheartedly thank you. Thank you so much for accepting to do this artist talk and spending some time with us.
Yeah,
Really appreciate it.
yeah, I really appreciate that as well. I mean, accepting me to the community, and elevating my hands and my tries. For me, it's a great opportunity as well. And from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it. Giving me a voice on this platform. Of course, it's not for everybody, but welcoming me, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
And thank you everybody for joining, whoever is here on the platform today, joining from different places. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for kindly joining and supporting Take Scope and ICAI with this artist talk. I really appreciate it. One last minute, if there is any question. If not, we'll be closing the Zoom. And let me stop the recording.
Okay.